I think we are at a stage where we are maturing. It's an evolving state. You see, the Data Protection Act, it states that every entity should have proper safeguard and measures. And then the government realized this. So now as POTRAZ, part of our mandate starting in 2025, is to go and see if there are proper safeguards and measures in place to protect that data. So obviously, if we had done an assessment from an enforcement perspective or from a compliance perspective as POTRAZ, definitely that attack would not have happened. But I want to say this. Number one, Zimbabweans are very intelligent. Number two, no company is safe from an attack, my brother. Even Google itself is hacked. But the key thing when you are hacked is the lessons learned. What has MSU learned from that? And if you notice now, that attack that the student used, if any other student tries to do the same attack, they will not be successful because there are lessons that have been learned. What is even more important is to now share that attack with other universities. To say a student can hack you via A, B, C, D, and E. Now, as POTRAZ, another thing that we do is we've got an innovation hub where such talent, before it's used for such attacks, we can lure them into the innovation hub. They can promote ideas towards research. And you as universities as well, academia, need to invest in innovation and development. Less theory and more practical.
And another,
like I was saying in the workshop, telecoms, healthcare, ZESA, all of those are critical infrastructure. It's national infrastructure. It has to be protected. Now here what happened was not a technical deficiency. It is an administrative deficiency. So when people are addressing security, they just look at the technical measures and forget about the organizational and administrative measures. What I implore people to do is, yes, the technical measures, the companies are working hard. But however, it's a process of change management. When you're moving from one system or when there's a major change, we call this change management. You need to have a proper policy that guides you and proper checks to say whatever measures were there before are there after. I might not be privy to what happened to Net 1, but I can guarantee you that I'm sure there are technical measures before. The key thing is to make sure as you migrate a system, you're also migrating the technical measures. So this is not a technical effort, but it's more an administrative. Someone should have a checklist to say these are all the controls that we have before an upgrade or before a transition or before a conversion. And all those same controls to be there after. So change management. Have a change management in policy in place, and have a change management champion in every company. I think you were there when I was talking earlier on about the top 10 websites that Zimbabweans use, and the top 10 websites that the Mauritians use. Mauritius has the highest security posture in Africa. Zimbabwe, we're currently number 8, but we're improving with all the government initiatives. Now, what can be done is, if you notice Mauritius, their top 10 websites, 2 of them are research-based. We need to have a lot of research grants where these guys have time and have resources to work on research. Because obviously an idle mind is the devil's workshop. We need a lot of research grants to such talented students. We need a lot of practical channels and conduits where they can contribute to national efforts, governmental efforts, and educational efforts as well. And it can only be done. Remember, security is not an individual thing. It's a group thing. Research Zimbabweans. Our top 10 sites in Zimbabwe right now, if you Google them, it's betting, it's pornography, it's Facebook. Where are we going? The youngsters are idle. So yeah, that's why they're now going to hack. But let's have a research-oriented, let's start doing computers in primary school. I mean, even the hackers in Russia are young, but also we need to develop the blue team, the ones that are defending. In as much as the ones that are hacking, the ones that are defending, give them tools to also defend as well. But it's part of the awareness program that we're doing as POTRAZ. As you said, hacking can also be ethical. And it's at most times is non-ethical. So what you should understand is, it's not that these people that are hacking, if you notice, some of them are not even IT people. It is that the tools that are now available are free on the dark web. I don't know if you know the dark web. There's what they call the dark web and the deep web. You can go there and buy a tool for $20. So what we now need to do is conscientize the corporates that are holding this data on how to fight and mitigate against the tools that are available on the dark web. Yourself, if I stay a day with you, 2 days with you, you will become a hacker. In 2 days, I promise you, because the tools are there. So it's not really that we've trained hackers, it's that the tools are available on the dark web. So we need awareness to the people holding the data. That's the Data Protection Authority.